Did your experience affect having a man around your daughters? Yes. How could it not? I had grown up having my father come into my room in the middle of the night while my mother was asleep for years. So, yes, it traumatized me to the point that when I first started seeing my husband, well, not just seeing my husband, we had already decided to continue in a relationship. He had not yet proposed, but what I did was I would send my kids, whenever he'd come and stay over, I'd send my kids to my mom's house and she would take care of them. So I was not ready to even think of the possibility of having a man in the house overnight with my girls. So that went on for a while, and he was actually not allowed to stay over with my children present until after he proposed. After that, we moved in together. And the crazy thing is that I had not yet told him who the father of my children were. I had concocted this whole story about my father assigning me a husband and my parents being into arranged marriages, and that's who my children were for. And I created this whole thing because I did not know how he was going to respond. I grew up believing from my father that what he did to me would leave me permanently damaged and not wanted by anyone, and that anyone would always see me as damaged goods. So in my mind, I thought, well, if I did not share what happened to me and I created this story that seemed otherworldly, and I just figured that would be good enough. But over time, as me and my then fiance got closer, he started kind of wondering, like, okay, he started asking me questions, and I could tell that he knew that something wasn't right. So one day I broke down and I told him, and he had so much love and compassion. And if anything, I mean, what he actually said was that he was hurt at the fact that I did not trust him enough to tell him what had happened to me. So that right there just proved even more a lot of the things that my father told me were lies. And then I started trusting more. So he really helped me in that respect. Trusting, not only just trusting, but when choosing someone that you want to be with, they have to have the ability to deal with your shit, ultimately. Whatever it is that you come with, whatever flaws, negative experiences, trauma. I mean, the things that happen in this world that we as women, that we as people experiences, yes, helps to formulate who we are. It contributes in some way. Ultimately, we are a culmination of how we respond to those things, our decisions, how we move forward in spite of our challenges or with our challenges, how we roll with the punches. That's who we ultimately become. But it's all a growing process. You may experience something negative, and the first time you respond the not ideal way. But if you are willing to grow and learn, you take that experience and you better yourself for the next experience. I mean, hopefully some experiences don't repeat themselves, but you get what I'm saying. And my experience with my ex-husband really helped me to do that, had me thinking. Now, it didn't take care of everything. There was still a lot of work to do, but it definitely got the ball rolling. And then, what he did that contributed to the ending of our relationship, that was its own thing. And that was its own thing. It was quite an ordeal. But I am grateful for my experience with him, and my advice to any other survivors, if you have survived some kind of child abuse or child trauma that involved another adult person, and most abusers are male, happen to be male, talk, converse, communicate about what you're going through. You will drive yourself crazy trying to keep that stuff inside, at the same time trying to maneuver like having a relationship with this person. I say talk about it. I'm all about communication. Just talk. Just say it. Because if they can't handle it, then they obviously can't handle you. That seems practical to me. I mean, now it seems practical to me now that I've been through it. Like, it wasn't then, but I've grown and I've learned, and now I could give advice. So there you go. I mean, I would wake up as soon as he got up in the middle of the night, one eye open, like immediately, like that. But we got through it, and actually after I spoke to him, that's when I was able to relax. He shared some things with me, we had some moments, and I started to sleep through the night with him in the house with my children. So that's that.